Hello, I'm back. Yeah, sorry about that. I just felt like taking a quick break, but we're back now. So let's continue where we left off, shall we? So I obviously can switch over to screen cam because I didn't shut anything down from the last time I was streaming. I did shut down the script though, so let's run the script again. I think I left it in a good state. Let's hope I left it in a good state. Now that I'm on the internet, hey later man, how's it going? Welcome back. I haven't seen you in a while. How you been? Alright, so that should be good. Actually, I'm just gonna keep an eye on it for a second just to make sure I didn't leave anything crazy going on last time. Should be all set. Should be good to go. Trusty Bard and I have to be slightly higher level than Trusty Bard. No, Trusty Bard is higher level than I am? How does that work? Trusty Bard is higher level than I am. How does that work? We're both here 100% of the time, but I sometimes participate in events. I should be higher level. That's not fair. Maybe it signed me out of chat once or something. And I don't know. I won't worry about it. The script seems to be working out okay. Okay. So Light It Man, this is wow, has it been that long? Because this isn't alpha anymore. These are live servers. The game plays in this channel now. I don't know if you've maybe I don't know how much of that is news to you, but so the game actually has a balanced scale to it now. So it runs at a reasonable pace. It doesn't it's not just rapid fire anymore, and there are levels and stuff. So yeah, thank you. I mean, you said "whoa" the art, but I'm gonna take that as a compliment and say thank you. Yeah. So okay. I'm going to oh yeah, okay, so the backlog, great. Because I just before we took a quick break, I was working on stuff and I just finished up a task in particular. So let's go to the backlog and figure out what's next. I just finished Karma, and as far as I can tell, it's good. I might want to wait a minute to let it give it. I don't know. I might not call it done yet. Do I have any reason not to call it just done right now? Everything seems to be in order, so I think I might call it done for now. And then what else? The update secret panel thing. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I did finish that a while ago, and I just haven't moved it over here yet. Oh, although now that I think about it, I'm gonna move it right back into future things because multi-rolls and conditional dice rolls. Once I put those in, which are the very next things that I'm planning on doing, I will be updating the secret panel again. Sorry. Okay. So multi-rolls, conditional dice rolls. I figured out how I want to do this. Hey, Watson 612, how's it going? Welcome. Yeah. So these multi-rolls, beefing up text filtering, conditional dice rolls are all things that came up yesterday, and I know I want to do them. I have a pretty strong sense. I guess there are a few details maybe that I'll want to figure out exactly how to set them up, but for the most part, I understand how these work. And so I guess in terms of which ones to do first, I guess I'll start with multi-rolls. I guess it doesn't really matter. So I was just thinking about beefing up the text filtering. And that one, I guess, actually, I'm not 100% about, just thinking about it, it gave me pause because I don't have a ton of experience in, you know how, when you punch a search term into Google, it sometimes it's did you mean this? And if you put in a typo, sometimes it gets the right word, but then sometimes it's silly and it says did you mean this when clearly you didn't mean that. So even Google isn't like even Google like has some there's some foibles with how it like filters text. So the tough thing is that like the game is very sensitive to typos right now with the commands, and so when I get to that, if I do that next, or if I did it now, whenever I do that, I'll need to, I don't know, I'll need to just be very careful because like I don't want to accidentally break the game in attempting to adjust, in because like if I get too loose with like what it interprets as a valid command, then it gets easier to accidentally trigger those commands when you're not intending to trigger those commands. So I'll just have to be careful about that, I guess. Right, multi-dice rolls are fairly straightforward, I think. Let's see where we roll dice. There's the command. There's the point. The point at which we interpret the command. No, this is the part where we actually roll the dice. But there's the other part where we interpret the command from the. Wait. Where is it? It's like wait, what? It's above this? There's the part where we were reading in oh no, it's after all of this? Yeah, maybe. Hold on, let's see. Yeah, it's down here. Okay. I was like, what? Where did it go? Alright, so yeah, so the dice roll, oh yeah, it's in the separate section at the end with the yeah, init roll. Oh, good. Yeah, it was highlighted and everything. Good. Yeah, oh yeah, so fun stuff, Letterman. Players in chat can act as the game master, and there's a special command for them to roll dice. Right, yeah. So that would the events pop up I think approximately on a 12-minute interval at this point. Except if there's a player acting as game master, then they actually can, then it goes at whatever pace the game master or the leader, I've been calling them, the leader leads the story. So Zero was here earlier. He's our like resident GM. I don't know if he comes back, maybe he'll act as GM for a little while. Oh yeah, actually, if anyone's curious as to what it takes to be a game master or like how to lead side quest, have I got the doc for you? Look at this. This is doc which whoops, let me just, did I get the URL correct? Yeah, this is document which teach how lead side quest. Wait, what? Why is it? Sometimes I can copy and paste between computers and then, oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. So there's a link to the document. If anyone is curious to learn how to lead side quest, this also explains like all of the commands. So if you're uncertain as to what I'm talking about when I'm referencing a specific command, it'll probably have it in that doc as well. Yeah, so if this section about rolling dice is most relevant to what we're about to do. So yeah, this is where we... Alright, roll text. Yeah. Roll text, we just trim the edges. Okay, good. So we have roll text anytime we don't have like another suffixed command. So let's go to, right, yeah, let's go to the place where I just wanted to check that that's what we were doing when we were rolling dice. And so then when we actually roll the dice, okay, so first we would be splitting on the slash. The slash? Oh, yeah. Actually, before we even split on the slash now, we should probably split on X. The character X. So like, okay, so how, well, actually let me jot this down in a notepad just because like I think, okay, so currently you can roll dice by saying like 5, and that rolls a 5-sided die. Or you can say 2 out of 5, and that rolls a 5-sided die and looks for a value 2 or higher. You can say 2d6, and that'll roll 2d6. So a total value out of 12, and it'll give you some value there. Or you can say like 4 out of 2d6. And that, again, it'll roll 2d6 looking for a value 4 or higher. What I'm planning on adding in now is roughly 5x2. And so unlike 46, or like in like 2d5 or whatever, this would, instead of return, so like, yeah, so like let's say you input this, and let's say you get back like a result of 4, for example, or like 4 out of 5 is how it presents that information, and you do this, and then it brings back I don't know, like 3 out of 5, right, or 2 out of 5, whatever, that's the case, I don't care. And then you do this, and it says like I don't know, like 8 out of 12 is that like how it returns this information. You do this one, and it says I don't know, like 6 out of 12 is how it returns this information. So I'm thinking like the new command, multi-dice rolling, will be or not multi-dice, but multi-rolls will be like 5 times 2, and the result will be like 3 out of 5, comma, like 2 out of 5. Oh, all right. So that's fairly straightforward. But then I guess the other bit of whatever is that Trusty Bard tends to say something relevant to whether the die roll succeeded or not. So, I could just take a grand average, like on the whole, like how well did all of the dice rolls go. Yeah, I don't know. Regardless of how I do it, I want to change some of this stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to change a fair amount of this stuff, just because it's changing pretty fundamentally. Like, this is no longer going to be a single, like, once over. It'll actually be like a loop, because we'll have to repeat a lot of this stuff. Not all of this stuff, but we'll have to repeat a lot of this stuff for when we do it multiple times. All right, so yeah, let's split on x first. So it's going to be so it should be like, yeah, so the only thing is, like, should it be 5x2 or like 2x5? I think 5x2. Because then it would be like, well, actually no, maybe like in the single number, it makes more sense to me to put 5x2. But like, what if I was going to do like 2d6 x2? Like, I think actually in that format, I'd rather do 2x 2d6. Like that, I don't know, for some reason that feels better to me. Which means that in this case it would be 2x5. Oh no, Skyrim! Skyrim! So maybe I should do it this way. Oh, and then like, these can get really weird too, right? Because you can do 2x4 of 2d6. So yeah, I think putting it first is better. I think. I don't know, it feels more natural to write it the other way, but I think this is preferable. I think, actually. Maybe not. So how does this do it? 4 of 2d6 x2. I mean, it's weird no matter how you... It's weird no matter how you split it. And, like, in a lot of these cases, like, it's clear. Like, it's obvious, like, this is the first half, and then the x... you know, the x2 is, like, the number of times you want to do it. But, like, in this case, like, does this mean you want to roll a 2-sided die 5 times, or does this mean you want to roll a 5-sided die 2 times? And I think, like, just the phraseology, or just, like, the way you would think to say this type of thing, this type of stuff, I think I should end with the x2. So it feels kind of weird. Like, the one case that feels especially weird to me is like 3d, or like 2d6 x2. For whatever reason, that seems weird to me. But the rest of them seem not weird. So I'll do it this way. Whatever. I can always change it later if I change my mind. Okay. So right. Okay. So before we do that, so first I'll do loop split equals roll text dot split on x. Split on x, lowercase x. So then, yeah, I have to do the is digit thing, right? So if loop split, so first if the length of loop split, because there might not be that term at all. There might not be the x, and so there might only be one term. This might split and result a length of 1. So, but however, if so actually I guess I'm gonna say num loops equals 1, because the default is 1. If the length of loop split is greater than 1, then len or no, not len. Then what? So then num loops. Oh yeah. So no, wait, no. So if the length of loop split is greater than 1, and loop split index 1, so the second half, like of where we split from. So like in the 2d6 x2 example, the 2. If this is a digit, which we can check by saying dot is digit, right? Is that how it works? Is digit, yeah. Is digit. Oh yeah. So there should be an upper limit on this too. Yeah, so num loops equals the int version of loop split index 1. We can call it an int because we know it's a digit. Yes, you do get points even after the fact. With if you miss an event, you can still get credit. Okay, so num loops equals the number, like int loop split. The thing is though, in the case that oh yeah, okay, so I'm gonna move asterisk up here because in the case that so if num loops is greater than, let's say 10. Let's say you can't roll more than 10 dice, or you can't do more than 10 dice roll multi-rolls. You can't multi-roll more than 10 at once. So if num loops is greater than 10, we will say num loops equals 10, and we'll also say asterisk equals an asterisk, and that's because we append an asterisk to the result if we've changed the result. And so this is an example of us changing the result, because we'll actually return fewer dice rolls than requested. Do I want to do this? Huh. Now that I think about it, I might not actually want to do this. Because I don't know, I think it's kind of a bad habit to get into. Because like this dice rolling, huh. Well, so yeah, one of the things that I tend to keep in mind is like how the game scales. Not because I necessarily expect this game to get run with like a great number of players, but I try and think of like what makes sense. And I think actually this is a level of management that doesn't necessarily. Now that I think about it, um, so maybe I'll just put this on. I'll put this one on hold for a little while. I might, I might, I might do this, but I'm not certain I will. So for now, I'll do other things and maybe come back to that at some point if I need to. Okay, so yeah, cool. It just occurred to me, like, what does this really accomplish? And like, no, I mean specifically, it was like when I realized that there should be a limit. 10 is like a number small enough that it's actually not totally sufficient for what this tool would want to do, but it's also on the same stroke, it's excessive. So, yeah, I just don't. That's just not part of this game. Actually, now that I think about it, like this part of this was prompted by like how I saw someone using the tool, and in hindsight, I think the person was just misusing the tool. So I'm actually fairly confident that I'm actually not going to put that in. So cool. You're naked because you just showed up, Light Up Man. You have to. The people who have more gear than you have a lot more experience than you too. So, you being very low level, yeah, I think it might take you. You know what? Well, actually, you were pretty instrumental in testing the game, so I'll give you a few levels if you want them. Let me know. I can bump you up. I'm not gonna bump you up like impossibly high, but I'll give you a little bump just because you were so helpful all throughout testing. And so this is basically me converting your bots points into the real game, because you know, as you're well aware, bots are not allowed to play this game. But you were very helpful in testing that. So I will say thank you in the form of experience points, or rather levels. So wait, let me think. Equip order. So where's the good? I'll kick you up so that you have red pants. How's that sound? That'll give you, because right now you start with these items here. So I'll skip you to get your walking stick, your gloves, your cap, your backpack, your boots, your compass, your bigger walking stick, not the short one, the longer one, and then red pants. How's that sound? Oh, okay. All right, yeah. All right. Your choice. So, all right. Let's go back to the backlog because multi-rolls. No, I just don't. No, I can't abide this. It's just not. It's not polite, is what it isn't. That is the reason I'm getting rid of it. Yes, Balit. All right, so beef up text filtering. I can try and figure that now. Yeah. A Light Up Man back in dev, like in early alpha, Light Up Man was the first person to make a bot for this game, and Light Up Man bot did, or was it Light Up Bot? I forget. Light Up Bot did probably as much testing as anyone else on this project. So that was why I was willing to make that exception. Plus, like, yeah, okay. Oh, okay, good, yeah. So yeah, let's text filtering, I guess, could be next. Conditional dice rolls. I can do conditional dice rolls first. No, I'll do text filtering first, I guess. I should figure out what I'm actually filtering for. Oh, interesting. All right. Yeah, I forgot if you're like, yeah, you two are like the reigning champs of alpha and beta respectively. So I wasn't sure if your timelines overlapped or yeah. Okay, so the typo that might be easy to filter against is just like if the command is well formed, but there's like something else going on with it, like if there's like another character next to it, which I think is fair. So like like this would still read as hark, or like even like, yeah, I don't know. I think that's fine, probably. Yeah. Uh, so that's an easy fix because all I have to do for that is to say where's the command section? Oh. Actually, now that I think about it, it's not quite as easy. It's easy. It's an easy fix for the commands at the start of a phrase. It's a less easy fix for the commands at the end of the phrase. Like like so yeah. So like, well, I'll do the easy ones first, I guess. So basically, excuse me, sorry. So right now we're checking, does T split 3 equal hark? But we can check instead, is hark in T split 3? Uh, uh, is hark without the colon in T split 3? So if we do it this way, then yeah, like I was jotting on the notepad, like even if there's accidentally extra characters in front of or behind hark, it'll still recognize that hark is the command, and it's adjacent to the exclamation point. So I feel like that's okay. I mean, like hypothetically, I would have to I'd have to like watch out, like if like one of the other commands was like bachark or whatever, then technically hark is in bachark, which is not a word, I don't think. So the the yeah, I don't think my commands are substrings of each other such that I would have to really worry about that. So I think I'm okay in that regard. Let's continue on. Basically just reformatting these phrases as such. This might not be, like, this is the first step of beefing up the text filtering, but it might not be the entire story. Like I might do more stuff. Oh, I should order these commands by priority too. Because now technically it's going in order of command. So like hark is the most important, and then but alack, I don't think alack is necessarily. I guess like there shouldn't be like ambiguity issues here, so it probably doesn't technically matter which order they go in. If I get concerned about ambiguity or disambiguity, I can change the order, but it should be fine for now. All right, so hither, do 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 do. Oh. Oh, yeah. Wait a second, though. Okay. Yeah. No, this is simple. It just occurred to me. Like in this case, I'm using the assumption of the full phrase hither, but I'm not actually checking for the colon anymore. So I just have to break on the phrase hither, not including the colon. And I might have to check and see if I'm doing anything like that in some of the other cases too. Because if I am, then I'll have to not be doing that as much anymore. I don't think so necessarily. No, I don't think so. I guess we'll find out though. Uh, all right. So hither, behold. Behold in T split. Doop doop. Yeah, oh yeah, I remember that. Wow, time flies, huh? Seems like only yesterday we were figuring out how to get a bot up and running in Python. Because like a week before you figured out how to do it, I figured out how to do it, and then a week later, your bot was way cooler than mine. So I have not forgotten the early days. I mean, this was several months ago, so I shouldn't have forgotten it necessarily, but it seems like a long ago. relative to the amount of time, I don't know, that I've been like working on this project, I guess. I don't know. Or like, wait, and that's supposed to be there. Just like, I don't know, relative to how long I've been streaming, I guess. I don't know. So, was that all of them? Yes, that was all of them. Cool. Excuse me, pardon. Oh, that's another new feature. Letterman, you probably haven't seen those before. The dragonfly. Uh, oh, the audio. Yeah. All right, hold on. Camera. Does that help? So I do that, and no one's ever really told me if that actually helps or not. I assume it does. I don't know. I have no clue if it actually does. But so oh, Joris, Gay, how's it going? Welcome. I forget if I said that. I might have said that twice. Sometimes I say that twice, I think, or else I just think I say that twice. Oh no! I just read the thing about the Trojan. Ah, that's awful. I'm sorry to hear that, Lighterman. Yeah, once I started working like professionally on my computer, the first thing I did was get file version control because I just I would die if I lost like the projects that I've been working on lately. I just wouldn't redo them. I just give up. I just quit and become like, I don't know, an accountant or something. So all right. So is there a clean way to process this thing? Yes. Yes, there is. Yes. Wait, if last word index 0, no. I need to use regex, as is often the case. Who leveled up? That is a good question. No one leveled up. Oh, do you mean the chirp noise? The chirp isn't when someone levels up. The chirp is when passive, like a growth opportunity. I still don't know what to call those things, but it's like a. It used to be the case that you would just gain experience passively, but even if you didn't participate in events, just for like going on the adventure, you would still gain some experience. But it was always like secret experience, like you never really knew about it. And so what I did at a certain point was I changed how that works so that instead of happening like just gradually over time, it accumulates over time, but then it actually gets paid out in these growth opportunities or like passive events, like I don't know, whatever you want to call them. Like for example, a dragonfly zips by, and that's yeah, that's what that means. So yeah, the chirp doesn't mean anyone leveled up. I mean, it could mean someone leveled up because it's an opportunity to gain experience, and you can level up by gaining experience. But no, if it chirped every time someone leveled up, that would be, yeah, I don't know, grow opportunities. Or crisopportunities. All right. Last word. Okay, yeah. So we need to perform surgery on last word, sort of. What we need to do is we need to say so like I don't know, like suffix cmd equals re dot find all what is the pattern? We're looking. Oh shoot, square braces. Square braces are weird. I'll need to escape those. I mean, it's roughly going to be like square brace. Oh wait, yeah. So quotation marks, square brace, W plus slash W plus slash square brace. No, not even slash W plus, because like there are slash characters in here. So any character. Basically, we're looking for a pattern where there are. Oh, not including. Oh, this will be similar to. This will be roughly similar to what I do for for when I'm parceling out uh, like in where is it? Hither, no, behold, yeah. Like when I'm parsing through fact character. Fact character? Yeah. Oh, I don't have to escape the slash. Weird. Okay. So it'll be in this case it'll be open square brace plus any string of characters not including the end brace followed by an end brace. Yeah. Yeah. I guess I don't have to do the any number of characters not including blah 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 whatever, but I'm gonna do it anyways. Alright, so I'm just gonna actually copy this whole thing for starters, and then right, so it's gonna be basically this, except factchar, instead of factchar it will be escape the open, so backslash to escape, and then the square brace to escape the square brace because that's what we're actually looking for, and then the square brace not escaped because we square brace not escaped because we want to use the square brace, and then in here this factchar is supposed to be the escaped closing square brace, and then the regular square brace, and then the asterisk, and then the escaped closing square brace. If none of that made sense, that is correct. This is regular expression. It's not supposed to make sense. It's not supposed to make sense. It's supposed to technically work, which hopefully it will. Yeah, you can change your choice at any time. In multi though, the choices are toggles. Oh, cowardice is not gone completely. Let it man. It's not 100%. It's not in literally every event though. It's stuck around in different forms. And yeah, so you can change your choice. In a regular event, you can change your choice just by choosing a different one. In multi, you change your choice by toggling them. So like, for example, you said unlock, and then you said unlock train. And so what you actually did was you toggled off unlock. First you toggled on unlock. Then you toggled off unlock, and then you toggled on train. So right now what you've selected is train. Just train. That's one of those things that I implemented like a long time ago. And like even when I implemented it, I was like, I might want to change that. And I've explained it to people a number of times, and no one said, oh, that's dumb, you should change it. Although I keep expecting that. So, I don't know. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it is fine. I don't know. The alternative is a little more spammy. So, because like the alternative would be if you wanted to, I don't know. Technically this, yeah, again, it's one of those things that like, I don't think it's perfect, but I think it's like the better of the available options. So, yeah. All right. So then the last thing is last word. So we'll check last word for this phrase. So what this is doing is we're searching last word, which is the last word, LW, which is the last word, as parceled out up here, and we're searching the last word for anything that matches the command of having an open square brace, and then having any amount of text, not including the closed square brace, and then having the closed square brace. Binri, how can anyone tell you something you do? I don't know, Light Up Man. It hasn't. Well, no, some internet trolls come in and tell me that everything's stupid and that I should kill myself. Actually, no, I don't think anyone's gotten quite that far with it. But yeah, I don't know. Next time an internet troll comes in, we can ask them. I think the trick is just to be a jerk. I think that's the secret recipe. All right, so we don't have to check if last word meets these criteria anymore because we just did a regex to see if it met that criteria. Instead, we can just say if the length of suffix command is greater than 1, greater than 0. It should only be length 1. Okay, so it's nice to have you here as well, Light Up Man. Okay, yeah. So now instead of using last word here, we can use suffix, because we just checked that the length is at least 1. So we can say suffix command index 0, and we'll still want to trim it like we do. Oh, and we keep using last word. So these places that we reference last word, we'll probably want to replace it with suffix command 0. Excuse me. All of these places. Yes. Wait, why am I doing 1 to length of last word -1? Shouldn't that just be -1? Maybe this is holdover from before I realized I could index like so. Yeah, I think that's the easier way to index it. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm trying to say, because that's what I say in all the other places. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's correct. But I should test that this stuff works now, because I might have broke stuff, hypothetically. So what is the smarter filtering now? So now, yeah, basically, like, if you have stray characters or if you miss a space character, then it should still work, is the gist. I guess one thing that I'm still not filtering for yet, though, maybe, is, like, hypothetically, if you had a command that went like, or if you had an event that went like, hark, goblins are jerks. Am I right? And then nope is the other option, I guess. Hypothetically, in this case, it might lose goblins, because now goblins is technically part of the first word, because there's a space missing here. Like, it's trying to say hark space goblins are jerks, but let's check if that is happening, because if it is, I'll want to. I mean, that's just another opportunity to beef up the text filtering. So yeah, hark. Where was it? It was not that far. It was here. Hark. Find all action sim source split. Okay, source split 1. And we're splitting on source div. Okay, so I think we're actually fine. I lied. I made that up. We're not actually worried about that. Yeah, because it does include the entire private message. It even includes the hark command. Oh. So, you know what's funny is that the typo that prompted this the other day was this. # hark, exclamation point. And actually, for the same reason that it would actually still pick up goblins, it would actually pick up hark as an action here. Wait a second, let me check how I filter this stuff. Because, like, on second thought, like, I'm actually not 100% that it would pick up goblins. Because, like, does it just start? Maybe it would. Maybe it just starts at any action tag, regardless of whether it has a space in front of it. Or does it just go with whole words? I forget how I set that up. I mean, it was a while ago. Where's hark? I'm not even in the right section anymore, am I? Where am I? I'm lost. Help. Hark. Action action symbol ww plus. No, yeah, so it'll still pick it up, but it'll pick up hark. Should I I could that seems sketchy to me. I feel like I should split on hark. Right now I'm splitting on when I'm splitting on source div because that is a nice easy thing to split on to make sure that I'm filtering the chat, like the that I'm not accidentally picking up croft from earlier in the string. And I don't think hark exclamation point could end up anywhere earlier in the string. So I'm going to try splitting on hark now instead. Ooh, in quotes. So we just checked if hark is in t-split 3, and we're splitting on hark, which means that if hark comes up anywhere else in the text, like that could screw things up. Oh, so no, you know what we could do? All right, wait. So we'll split on source split as we do, or source div as we do, and then what we can do is we can basically find the hark that initiated this whole business, and then start after that. So we can say I don't know, like start I equals what? It equals source split index 1 because it's the latter half dot find search. Wait, what's the thing where you find like a thing in a thing? Hey, Mr. David, how's it going? Welcome. Docs and stuff. So find, I don't know, string.find, yeah. Okay, returns the lowest index in the string where the substring is found. Okay, so source split dot find hark, whoops, and then wait, where it is found returns the lowest index in the string where substring is found, such that sub is contained in the slice s start end. Optional arguments start and end are wait, what? Returns -1. So I guess then what I want to do is +5, I think, because I don't want to find the start character of this. I want to find the end character of this. Hold on, let me see if this is sound. File, new file. The only time I make... Hey, Lauren, look, I'm making a new file. The only time I make a new file is when I'm testing something these days. So, like, find index, I guess. So, like, okay, so... find string equals whatever paste. Okay, so find int equals find string dot find substring hark, and then print so yeah, let's say +5, and then print find string index find int to the end. Yeah. Let's see what this does. Let's execute a new dedicated Python console. Run that. And what do we get? Goblins are jerks, am I right? No. Yes, good. Alright, so yeah, so it gave us the, so by adding 5, it gave us the 5 being the length of Hark. Yes. Yeah, the levels they stretch out a little bit. They I have the rubric over here if you're curious. It is at present. If you know what your present level is, you can check, like, okay, so like the difference between, like, to get to level 1 you need 10 experience. Wow, to get to level 2 you need 27 experience. It doesn't, I think that's just a weird aspect of the way the formula works, because it doesn't, because like the next one you just need 50 experience. Yeah. So like, yeah, so okay, so you need, oh no, okay, yeah. So this isn't the experience, this isn't the amount of experience between levels, these are the thresholds. So to get your first level, you need 10 experience. To get your second level, you need 17 experience. To get your third level, you need like 25 experience. 20, no, what did that be? That would be like 23 experience. And then you need 26 experience, and so on. So yeah, it like stretches. So then in the later levels, like when you go from level 55 to 56, it takes like about almost 100 experience once you get up to like level 55 or so. Yeah. But yeah, you're like in your 20s, I think, in terms of level. So like, even when you're level like 50 something or whatever, it does stretch, but it doesn't go crazy. Like even at level 55, it's still only like 100 experience. I don't know. But that's just so that like new players can get like a few levels relatively early on, because like you can get 10 experience in an hour, right? It's a little lucky to get 10 experience in an hour, but you could. And so a new player can get their first level up relatively fast. In the pace of this game, an hour is relatively fast. All right. I mean, like the way I have it set up, like those numbers are all tunable too. And as we all know, like you don't like when I tune those numbers, like essentially everything stays the same. Especially now that I changed it so that you don't actually even see your full experience printed, because it only shows your level, and even, it's even less disruptive, right? So I haven't tuned those though. Those have been the same numbers since I tuned them that one time when I realized how fast Lauren was leveling. All right. So yeah, this test seemed to work. So yes, that is an event. Yeah, so when I say event, it's the things that start with Hark are events. Yeah, and then yeah, Light Up Man knows the strategy. I like never hear anyone talk strategy. Good job, guys. You are clearly the power players of this game. Alright, so because I have this start index, I can say what? I can say yeah, I'm no longer searching in source split. At least not all of it. I'm searching in source split, index 1, index start I, on. So then, yeah, wherever Hark is located will start directly after Hark. So in that case where you accidentally have, oh wait, and yeah, and that should be good. So in the case where like you accidentally put a hashtag before Hark, it won't accidentally pick up Hark as a hashtag. And it just goes with this first instance of Hark, which has to occur in the first word. So technically, if you accidentally said Hark, then you're screwed, and I'm sorry, I can't help you. But it'd be really hard to accidentally make that typo. So, like, unless you're trying to say, like, shark. Unless you're trying to start the word with shark. Excuse me, sorry. Like, hark, shark! Alright, sorry. Alright, moving on. So is there any more beefing I want to do? I'm not really beefing on the contents of the square braces, because that would be a little difficult. Well, not necessarily. I mean, here when I do the, here when I, like, check for multi, I could instead be checking for, like, if, like, the word multi is contained. So then, like, if you accidentally type, like, mul, or not, actually that wouldn't work, but, like, multi or something. I don't know. Like, but, like, yeah, because if you typed in something like MN-multi, like, that wouldn't work. Because, like, if I'm still just searching for... I mean, I could... So instead of just searching for the string, I could search that it contains the characters M-U-L-T-I in order. But then of course, like, if you accidentally typed, like, multi, or, like, mullet, you know, then, like, I mean, like, how far am I going to go with this, I guess? I think, oh, yeah. Yes, that is very true. Yeah, there are now 6 event types. 3. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It actually explains it now in the. If you go to the last page of the how to lead side quest doc, there's now like a write up, which, like, on the one hand, like, I was like, oh, people are going to know how to game the system now. Like, no one has to try anymore. But the thing is, like, it's always kind of been public information, because, like, I work on this project on stream, right? So, like, everyone technically knows. Like, anyone who looks in the, down at the end, like, the event type descriptions, fate-driven types, adventure-driven types, leader-driven types, anyone who watches the stream can know, like, how this all works. So, like, I don't think there's any harm in putting that information out there. And it's on page 4, it's on page 5 and 6 of this document, so no one's ever gonna read that. Oh man, could you imagine finding a document on the internet and reading the 5th or 6th page of it? That's never happened in the history of mankind. The government, instead of using any sort of, like, informational security systems, they just put documents online and start the confidential information on the 3rd page. No one ever reads past the 2nd page. Ironclad, all secrets, 100% well kept. All right. So that might be it for, like, beefing up the commands for now. Like, I could, if I feel like adding more security. If I feel like adding more security later on, I can, or not security. Sorry, I was just thinking about the pages. If I feel like adding more safety nets later on, I can do that. But I think that's pretty good. It at least addresses the all the typos that we've seen so far by accident. So yeah. Let's move on to conditional dice rolls. I think was the next one. Conditional dice rolls. So what this means is okay. So originally, like, when I conceived conditional dice rolls, they could be used for basically anything. But so far, only one need has actually been expressed, which is the need for, or one interest has been expressed, wherein, like, a particular action in an event can succeed or fail based on a dice roll. Our resident GM has found that to be of use, and I think the way I'm going to implement it is not necessarily the way that it was used so far. Well, yeah, no, I guess it's not fair to say, like, how it's used so far, because right now there's nothing in the game system to support it. So the way it's been used so far has been, like, as a workaround to other stuff. Yeah, so, okay, all right, I'll move this here, oh wait, I haven't tested beefed text filtering. So actually, before I start conditional dice rolls, I should test beefed up text filtering. So at the next opportunity, I'm going to restart the script. And by next opportunity, I mean right now, because it's not during an event or anything. So it'll be back up in just a moment. Actually, you know what? I don't need to wait for. I can test the commands. Just using the. Yeah, just using. Okay, so crown binary Excelsior. So this is an example of me running the game through chat, which I don't have to do because I have my secret control panel, but I can do and I need to do to test this. So like shark. You you find a you find a penny on the ground unless you didn't notice it. How's that? Hey, it works. Shark. Whoops, did I write shark instead of hark? Whoops. Oh, I guess that wasn't the best choice of action tags because it should have been overlook. It should have been you find a penny on the ground unless you overlook it. Because notice and find, they sound exactly the same. Let's find out if it was a lucky penny or not. So find 100. Well, it was not a lucky penny, but hey, you still got some experience for it. So there you go. All right, so so I feel like that's a good enough test for now. Like once Zero's here, he'll probably give the commands a bigger run through. Wait, what was there's another one that I tested. Oh yeah, I should test random worked. So that means that the regex must be working. Because random, if that regex term hadn't worked, then random wouldn't have, like, because random is a suffix command. So I'll just test so you fling the coin high into the air, and let's roll a two-sided die, which is the same thing as saying flipping a coin. Let's see what that comes up with. Yes, everything went better than expected. Good job, guys. All right, so it wasn't a lucky penny, but you did get you did pass the coin flip when needed. Let's so let's say oh shoot, I don't even remember my own chat commands. Low? No. What command am I looking for now? What's the command for like one of those passive shoot, this is embarrassing. Beholds. No. Hither. No. Huzzah! There it is. Huzzah! Yeah. Okay. Huzzah! Huzzah! You won the flip. There we go. Indeed, one adventure has grown from this grand experience. So grand, so experiential. All right. So I'm satisfied with the chat commands still working. So I will. I'm gonna restart the script because I didn't last time. Yeah, because there are so few characters in the game because I didn't give it time to cool down. So the only characters that were in the game were the characters that actually actively participated in something. Because that's what happens when I don't let the script cool down. It doesn't look for players. It only sees players when they speak up, and not even just when they speak up for any purpose, but when they speak up for the purpose of playing the game. So yeah. Yes, indeed. Yep. Yerp. Yorp. Sorry. I'm just waiting for something to happen. Oh, I don't need to wait for something to happen. I can start doing what? So yeah, I could test that more thoroughly, but for now I'm gonna call that okay. So I still haven't finished the logo. The logo as of yet is like open what is it? It is where did I put? Oh, here it is. Side quest. I need to do a few treatments of this logo too. For one thing, I need to clean up the ground layer because like this is all like it's all just very temporary. I just kind of like slapped some stuff together. Um, I need to do the ground layers like as separate layers because I want to like I want to set the the lettering in front of the background layer, and I want to have it cut through the clouds and stuff. So, oh yeah, okay. So the donation stuff. This is okay. So this we will look at the donations here. So this is the special effect that you get, and it animates too, like the little things twinkle. But this is the special effect that you get if you are the top donator of the day. Technically, it's of the session, and I'm probably going to be doing sessions on a weekly basis. So if you're the top donator of the week, basically, I mean it's session, so it could be any time period, but like yeah, of that like rough scale, then you get this special effect. If you are if you're not the top donator, but you are a donator of the time period from this time period, you get wait, where am I going? Karma. You get something similar. You get but just like a slightly more toned down. You get just like a slightly smaller version of it. It's kind of hard to see, but it's just like, you know, not quite as many sweepy lines, not quite as many sparkles, but still cool. If you are the top donator of the month, or not necessarily the month, but in the most recent 30-day period, you get like a little light bloom, and you actually get the light bloom if you're any of the top 10 donators of the 30-day period. But the top one has these little extra like spiky like excitement lines, I guess. I don't know what to call them. And then the last effect you've probably seen because Lauren is actually sporting it right now. If you're one of the top 10 donators of all time, you have a wing on your character. So yeah, so oh, and then actually if you're the top donator of all time, you have a gold ornament on your wing as well. So if you see a character looking like this, it's because they are the top donator in the history of forever and very generous person. Currently, If Dog Then looks something like this. Yeah, almost exactly like this, except different character outfit. But yeah. So then, if you're just the yeah, so if you're just the top donator of the month, but not top donator of all time, you'd look something like this. If you're just the top donator of all time, just the top donator of all time, but not the top donator of the month, you'd look like that, and so on and so forth. If Dog Then donated $50 yesterday, and then I started crying. Yeah, just a little bit. I just wasn't expecting it. But yeah, If Dog Then looks roughly like that. Okay, so yeah, it's in the video archive. Yeah. Look up in the video archive. Look up Karma 1 of 1 and skip to the 1 minute 42 minute mark. 1 hour 42 minute mark. And watch from there. It'll that was when it happened. I hope I haven't gotten wait a second. I was gonna say I hope I haven't gotten more donations today. But what I mean to say is I hope I haven't missed any donations. And it looks like I haven't. But like earlier I did get a donation and it didn't make the noise. And like if it doesn't make the noise, I'm just not even gonna notice it. Because like I can't see the visuals unless I have OBS on screen. I don't usually have it on screen. So I'm gonna be really sad if I end up missing one, but I think so far it should I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out. The hard way, unfortunately. I don't know. There's not much else I can do about it. I'm like trying to. I kind of have it pulled up on my other monitor, so I can kind of keep an eye on it that way. Kind of. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Sorry, I'm just rearranging my other monitor for no particular reason. Okay, so what's next up on the list? I think it was the other, type of dice rolly thingy, right? Where is it? Yeah, the conditional dice rolls. Um, so, yeah, I was basically going to have like conditional dice rolls for anything. Although the one use that has been the dice roll that has like demonstrated its like the one that I know that like or it seems like this is just going by what Zero has been doing because Zero is roughly the um Zero is like the GM so far. Anyone can be GM, but so far Zero is the only one who's expressed like enthusiasm and interest in doing so. And yeah, so like he had an event running, and basically he wanted to put a conditional on, or he did like in his roundabout way by like manipulating the tools in ways they were not intended to be using. He made an event. He made one of the options conditional on, hey, Brendan Games, how's it going? Welcome. If by he you mean yes, okay. If by he you mean me, then it is in fact Python with Pygame. Cool. But chat already explained that to you. So, Zero, yeah, so what I'm going to do, I think, is, gosh, how am I going to do this? I know roughly what I want to do. Basically, like, while an event is running, I'm going to make it so that you can input a dice roll with an action tag, and depending on that dice roll, the action tag either does or doesn't get added to the event, or gets removed from the event. Actually, I don't know about adding to the event. It might just be removing. Maybe it's adding or removing. Whoa. Oh, no, I can't really add to an event. Because of multi. Can I? Yikes. Adding to event. Hey! New follower. So I am getting some noises. That's good. Brendan Games, welcome. Thank you for following. I appreciate your viewership and your support. Oh, the script is down. How long has that been the case? Whoops. I always do that. I have to let the script cool off. And so I go get distracted by something else, and then I get 100% distracted by something else, and I never remember to come back. Whoops. Sorry about that. If you see me doing that, feel free to point that out to me, and I'll, yeah. Okay, so, yeah, so the way multi works, the way I keep track of players' participation in a multi-event would make it an interesting challenge to try and add an action during an event. Because what that would mean is that, okay, so multi-events, right, so for a multi-event, every player keeps track of a small list of values that are either true or false. And those true or false values represent whether the player has taken that action. And the list corresponds to the list of actions. Right. So if I change the length of that list, like if I want to remove an action from that list, I can just like pop it out and just ignore it. Or I don't even pop it out of the players list. I just like basically just deactivate it, right? I just like stop caring about it. I just go and process the other actions instead. That's easy enough. But if I'm adding in a new action or possibly multiple new actions, then the list could change length, right? And it would have to change length because a list that's too long, that's fine. You can just work with part of it. But a list that's too short, you can't fake that. You have to literally extend it. So, I don't... Maybe I won't worry about that case yet, because I could do that. Like, basically what I'd have to then do is, like, right now, whenever a player enters an action tag in, what IDE am I using? I'm using Spyder, S-P-Y-D-E-R. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, though. I've heard better things about PyCharm. P-Y-C-H-A-R-M. It's workable, though. I maybe I'll want to change IDEs, like switch over to PyCharm at some point, but I haven't yet. Uh, um, so yeah, no. So right now, when during an event, if the event is multi, when players like chooses an action or like indicates the choice of an action by saying that action in text, we take that action tag and we just check if it's in the list of actions, and then if it's in the list of action, we know what index of their list to toggle from true or false, or corresponding to whether they're toggling on or not off. Spider. Yeah. Thank you, Jarsk. It's part. It's part of the Anaconda distribution. Excuse me. Okay. Excuse me. Right. So what I can do now is, instead, like if I choose to do this, which I can do, I can this little program that I have over here, which keeps track of all my data, my follow data. Sometimes it does stuff, and I don't know what it means. Oh, is Ifdogland here? That looks like, I just looked at the screen and it looked like there's a character with tons of like glowing light and stuff. Sorry. Okay, yeah, so instead of just using the index based on the players, what they say in chat during a multi-event, I can use the index, compare it to the length of the player's current list of values, and then pretty stylish, huh? Oh yeah, what do you think of the I upgraded the bonuses for or the karma visuals. They're quite different than I was describing them to be yesterday. So let me know what you think. Excuse me. Yeah. So now, like, let's say like a player takes a multi-action, and it's action index 5, but like the player's list is like list length 2. Then we just have to like extend their list to 5, adding in falses for the answers that we didn't even really know about, or like had become at no point relevant, right? And then once we have that 5th index in there, then we can set the 5th index to true, I guess. I guess. I don't even know if anyone's going to want this feature, so again, I probably shouldn't bother to implement it yet. I should do the easier part first. So, I think the command is, thank you very much. Yeah, I was trying to think of a way that I could add something. I'm glad you like it. I was trying to think of something that, would add grandeur, but like is not currently like anything of the character, right? Like, so like, because yesterday I was thinking like a crown maybe, but like a crown would have to replace something, right? Like you can't wear a crown like on top of a helmet or something. I mean, you could, but it'd look awkward. But I was like, wings. So yeah, that was my good idea of the day. And then I don't know if it's clear on the small version, but this is like the lines in the background, like, I don't know, they're like little sparkles, and like I wasn't sure how to describe it exactly. Like in my mind, this is like a zephyr, like a just like a wind of like good luck that, like, I don't know. Yeah, all right. So I should add in the commands that I think will at least get some usage, which is oh yeah, so I think it's basically just going to be, if during an event, if the GM rolls a die and includes an action tag in the same phrase, then what's happening is, oh, whoa. Wait a second. If there are only two actions in an event, and we roll to deactivate one, and it gets deactivated, I will put this finger down, not the other finger. That means the event only has one remaining action, and that's not a valid event. So maybe I shouldn't do this one either? Ugh. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't do this one either. Because there were, I mean, I had good reasons for like why I set things up the way I set them up. But they're kind of contravened by these things that I was considering adding today. And it didn't occur to me yesterday. But now that I think about it, like in the now that, because like yesterday, like these things were like popping into my head while I was working on other stuff, and so I just like jot them down. But now that I actually have time to like really think about these things, like the only way I could add the ability to deactivate commands would be not clean. Like, because an event can't have fewer than two possible actions, and so like this deactivation mechanism could only function in the case that there were at least three events, right? Because if you have fewer, or excuse me, if there are fewer, there are at least three actions in the event. Because if there are two actions in the event, then if it fails, that's fine because there are still two actions in the event. But if it succeeds and the event and one of the actions is deactivated, then yeah, and like that's just like awkward. Like I could implement that, but that's so awkward that I feel like it's not worth it, I don't think. Maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe that's fine. Is there anything else I should be doing instead? I could work on the logo. I actually don't have to update the secret panel. Oh. Yeah, no, I definitely don't have to update the secret panel, because if I do conditional dice rolls, then that will I won't be able to do conditional dice rolls on the secret panel, at least not in the way that I was thinking of them, because the secret panel isn't usable during an event. During an event, the secret panel does something very different. So I could majorly update the secret panel. That might be a good thing to do. Separate. So yeah. So separate command pane from command text field from main text field. This is for the secret panel. But I don't really feel like doing that right now. And that's not high priority, is what I mean to say. Conditional dice rolls. Yeah, I'll think about this one, but I don't know if I want to do it right now. BFO text filtering. So yeah, maybe I'll work on the logo instead. I've been doing art today so far, so maybe I'll stick with it. I mean, I did a little bit of programming, but yeah, I have a lot to do with the logo as well. So yeah, this is like the logo as we have it spec'd out so far, and the other piece of the logo that we don't have done yet is the rest of it, basically. And because like the reason I have this frame here is because like this is going to be like these are like the primary dimensions of the logo, like how it'll appear in most places. But then there's also going to be a bigger version wherein everything in the center stays the same, but what changes in the bigger version is for one thing, this color continues. Oh, sorry, I was like something changed on my other monitor, but I just got a notification. That's what that was about. Thank you, Creative. So spill this here. And let's get rid of that ugly seam. I don't know if that I don't know. I think I shouldn't keep the color I haven't like I kind of tried to do a color pass on this after I'd made it because I didn't plan on these colors that I have here being the final colors. But then when I tried to do a color pass, like I couldn't come up with like better colors. So I kind of ended up like keeping it as it is right now. So like I kind of have and I kind of haven't run a text pass on this. Oh yeah, so then the other thing that I'd be doing in this case is I guess I don't really have to do it right now. I'll also I'll do one like strip of it, but the backgrounds cave cave I'll just choose the near ground. Copy this. So in the primary view of the logo, you only see this much of it, but then in the expanded view, I'm also gonna have yeah, that's fine, whatever. I don't care. I'm also gonna have the underground. Actually, I'm gonna use a new layer for this. I'm gonna have and I guess it's possible I might not do this. But I was thinking it'd be funny if in the expanded view you could actually like see underground, and it revealed like the caveways underneath. So then like whoops, deselect color pick this color. So then it'd be like I don't know like spill. Where's the spill tool? Spill tool. Like, whoops, nope, not like that. Wait, what am I trying to do? Or I'll use the selection tool, and I don't know, basically like I guess I should evaluate this to see how it looks. Because if it looks dumb, then I probably in fact won't do it. And I don't know. This might look pretty dumb. I don't know. We'll see. It's like, hypothetically it'd be something like that. Maybe that's not as funny an idea as I thought it would be. I thought it'd be funny if yeah, because I was like, well, in the bigger view we're gonna have all this extra space, so like, I might as well. But well, for one thing, it wouldn't be that color. Maybe that's what's wrong. Maybe I just used the wrong color is all. So it'd actually be more like this color. Or no, not even that color. It'd be like, oh no, that is the right color. Shoot. No, I don't have that excuse. That is the correct color. I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't think that's the right idea actually. So maybe I won't even worry about the full version. Maybe I'll only do whoops. Maybe I'll only do this version for now. This is enough that it'll keep me busy for a little while. So, let's yeah. So one of the big things here will be to put the layers together better than I have them here. So, I might just like I might just like squish these together and use these as like the wait a second. Oh, how's this down a pixel below the huh? Why is there like a pixel difference there? That's creepy. Huh. I don't know what that's about. Maybe... No, I don't know what that's about. Anyways, sorry. Yeah, so I can, I think for now I'll just, flatten these things, because these are not the final image. These like, what I have here is not representative of the final image. This is just only representative of, oh, is this the layer that has the cave on it? Yeah, whatever. This is only representative of, like how I want the final image. This is like a mock-up, I guess. So, alright, so let's start putting in like the... Oh no, you know what? Yeah, no, it doesn't matter. I'll just start working in the because I actually have another version of this where I have the layers all separated out still. So let's open that version for a second, which is what it's logo layers, right? Logo layers, yeah. Yeah. Uh, um, all right, so yeah, right. So this has all of the layers of all of the environment separated out. So I'll basically just want to line it up. Yeah, wait. Okay, so I'll flatten these, select all, copy, and then I don't need all these other files open. And close these. Uh, Save, sure, why not? All right, so make a new layer here. This is like the spec layer. This is roughly like what. Come on. This is like roughly what we want the final version to look like. Wow, why are these like all like off by like dimensions? That seems weird. I thought this was supposed to be like all lined up, all nice and correct, but apparently I did not do that. I might want to double check that I do that in the future. Oops, I should not be sliding this up and down because it's in the back, and so all right. Let's I can't tell which of those is better. Sorry. I think that's better. I don't know. All right. Well, it's just for like rough estimation purposes. It doesn't need to be exact. I am like mildly concerned about like. Oh, okay. So this one lines up better. This frame lines up better. So I'll just assume this frame is correct and everything here is magically great forever. All right. So yeah. So the first one, actually, yeah. Wait, this new layer I just added in. Let's move it higher and make it fainter. So we can hide a lot of these layers for starters, because like the first thing that we need to, they're basically like three sets of transitions here, and the first one that we care about is the mountains, right? So how did the mountains line up before? Assuming they lined up before. Let's find out. So here we have. I think they lined up like this. I think this was roughly, and it doesn't have to be pixel precise or anything, but it looks like this is like roughly where I had this slide in terms of the background. And yeah, I can noodle these around to get them how I want them to. The most important part here is just to make sure that they're roughly in the same, or roughly in the correct spot. Where did this go? Huh. Hold on, wait. I need to make this one slightly less opaque, less transparent, because I can't really see what I'm comparing this to. The midground. Yeah. Well, actually, I guess now that I have the background in place, I can actually figure it out by lining up the edges of this, because the way I got the original image set up was to keep these all flattened and move them all together. So that should hypothetically be correct. And so I guess technically the same would be true of the snow. Oops. Oh no, that was correct. Snow near ground. Again, if I line up the corners, then that should be correct. Good. And then the near foreground snow. This doesn't have to be as precise, because for one thing, I don't know, who can even tell where this is supposed to start and end or whatever. So yeah, that I'll hold on before I move that one around. Yeah, I'll I'll just take a selection from starting on this edge, and that this should do it. I don't really need the color right now. Just move that behind my head or something. All right, so yeah. So once again, wrong layer. Once again, slide this down. And yeah, right. So most of this layer is empty, which is why I was having trouble lining it up before. But there we go. Right, and I'll basically want to do the same thing again for the next layer. So again, I'll want to just like get it at this edge. Oop, not quite. Get it like pretty much right at this edge, and then yeah, that'll help me line it up a bit better. So now we're moving this layer over here. You guys are on it today. You guys have it down. This is like the pro team. This is like the pro league side quest. Yeah, okay. Alright, yeah, so that was basically, it's like we had with this version. We basically, alright, so it's like slightly shifted by a pixel, but like for the most part, that's okay. Alright, so now now we can hide these layers temporarily, because those are in place now. And now let's put the Snow River background roughly where we want it. Alright, so actually no, you know what would help probably is if I did this literally one layer by one layer. So Snow River background. What are we looking at here? We're looking at like that whole business. So let's line up the, what are we lining up? Yeah, what if this is even visible? Oh, the clouds, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Wait. Oh wait, this one might not have moved actually. This one might just be exactly where it is. I think it is actually. I think this one just. Oh no, it did move a little bit. But this particular piece of the background doesn't really. Does it really matter where this particular piece of the background goes? I guess, yeah. Alright, well, I'll figure it out not first. I'll figure out one of the other ones first. I'll move the bridge first, right? Because the bridge is like really nice and obvious. So, oh, the bridge didn't move. Yeah, look at that. The bridge is just completely the same in both places. So that's convenient. So yeah, maybe a lot of the yeah, so this part where the cloud like cuts, I think that was the part where we truncated part of it. Right. Oh yeah, that's what it was. It's because we don't have as much of this snowy path after the bridge. So I guess that's what I should be changing, if anything. Why is this not lined up in the first place? Why is this run off the edge? That creeps me out. Why is that happening? Why would that happen? Wait a second. Hold on, let me check something real quick. Is that image just bigger? Like, I can't think of a reason why it would run off the edge unless that image was just, like, accidentally too big. Because it wouldn't break anything if the image was accidentally too big. It would just, like, I don't know, apparently do that. So what was this? This would be snow transition to river near ground. This image, no, it's the correct size. What the heck is up with that? Little things like that creep me out. I don't know what caused them, but like, where did those extra pixels come from? They don't just come out of nowhere. They gotta be. What on earth happened to make those extra pixels there? There aren't extra pixels on this side, so is this did I accidentally cut off some of the frame? Like, is the frame too short or something? Hold on. Sorry, inquiring minds must know. So let's see how many pixels these things are. So The background is 1920. Oh, okay, so this frame just got cut off a little bit. Alright, well, that's weird. But we can fix that. Simple enough. I wonder if it got cut off on both sides or just the top side. And is it in the correct position? 960. Is 960 half of 1920? Yes, yes it is. So that's good. Alright, so color picker, this color, backspace, there we go. What about you? Are you too short or are you the correct length? Wait, I'm really bad at selecting these pixels right now for some reason. Someday I will be able to select these pixels. There we go. Hello. Hello. There we are. 1920. All right. I don't know why that bottom one was short for some reason. It's a mystery to everyone. All right. So yeah. So I guess like for this overlay layer thing or whatever, I guess the thing to line up would actually be. I mean, I guess I don't really have to get it exact or anything. So I'll just where did I cut from? Just like an arbitrary point, I guess. After the second snow lump. Just basically an arbitrary point after the second snow lump. So we have these snow lumps, right? And basically, I think what we just did is like cut it here, and then we just move this up to the bridge. So like, oh, I should remember what pixel this is, I guess. Not that it matters supremely, but like, all right, so we're starting at what, like 19? No, we're starting at 2194. Sure, why not? 2194. Yeah. And then basically just like crunching it in. Oop, wrong layer. Just crunching it into. Wait, what the heck? Oh, I added the blackness on the wrong layer. Robble, robble. Alright. Hey. What nice people you are making toys for children. And precocious young children of all children. Precocious young children need toys the most. Good job. Alright, cut that from that layer. Put that on this layer. Thank you. Alright. Alright, 2194 was it? I mean, it was a random pixel. It was a fairly arbitrary pixel, but yeah, 2194, I guess. There we are. Alright. We'll just move it to. Now I'm moving the wrong image again. Someday, I hope to get good at actually like picking the layer that I want to have picked. That'd be a nice talent to have. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. I want to select from closer to here. And it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not going to keep track of it or anything. I'll just keep track of the distance. Actually, yeah, I'll keep track of the change in pixels. So, yeah, whatever. 2342. Sure. Let's move that. Yeah, I just didn't want to cut off everything. What the heck? I don't care. Whatever. I just didn't want to cut off everything that I'd had in terms of like the bank of the river here, because it was just like slightly well formed. So look at that, lines up great. Is it too low though? Hard to tell. Oh yeah, it's definitely too low. All right, there we go. So it went from whatever other number to 1961. So how many pixels am I chopping off there? I mean, I guess I can just use the same pixels because I don't care, why not? So let's go to river midground, and let's go to 2342, which should be, I don't know, someplace. 2342. 2342. No, that's 2242. 2342 is over here. Oops. Wrong tool. Roll. This is the slightly tedious part, in case you hadn't picked up. But the end result is going to be nice, I hope. So that's the good news. 2342. Alright, and then it goes to this layer isn't even visible. I should probably make this layer visible. It'd be easier to manage that way, I think. Alright, so I haven't messed it up yet. That's good. And I'm just gonna move this down to 1961. 61. There we go. And then just move it so it sits on the ground. Oh, I can't tell if it's sitting on the ground. Whoop. Uh-oh. Oh wait, no, I can. No, I can't. Shoot. Alright, wait. I'll just move it up a layer temporarily. There we go. That works fine. Yeah, okay. So clearly I have to make that look nicer and tidier instead of just like cutting like that. Oh, so maybe with this layer I should do it differently. Maybe with this layer it would make more sense to yeah, just cut from the transitional slide instead. Which is probably why I did that previously. Well, whatever. Alright, so what is this? No, I don't care. I'm just gonna... Oh no, I know how to line it up. I can just line it up like so. I can just eyeball it based on the other layer. Yeah. See, just line up these edges, and then it has to be lined up, right? Magic. There we go. What do you say? Probably good, fine, whatever. All right, and that's closer to better. I feel like. I'll put this back where it's supposed to go. Move this up. All right, and then the background. So actually, let's move this up here and this up here, and then basically just do the same thing. Wait, what is this background? Oh yeah, we have too many layers visible. Let's hide this layer. All right, so the background is okay, this whole situation. Oh yeah, so once again, I'm just gonna cut from somewhere convenient, like here, for example, and just line it up based on the back edge. What? I'm on the wrong layer, as usual. All right, so where's the back edge? Here. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna chop up this layer because I want Joris, you know what's up. You know how it goes. This event is multi, so you can also alright, thank you. Alright. So yeah, okay, so I can do these snow layers the same way I had done the other layers, which is basically just to say, no, you know what, for these I should just eyeball it. It really doesn't, like with these it really doesn't matter. Oh no. Alright, hold on. I'll get the no, this is fine. I can just eyeball these. These don't have to be like pixel precise. It's just like a mess of snowflakes, so I won't even like bother moving them yet. I'll just like leave that as it is for now, and that's fine. And alright, so the last one should be easier. Like the first one. More like the first one than the second one. The second one was a little muddlesome, but whatever. Here we go. So yeah, again, I'll do one layer at a time. Oh, and there are only 3 layers to this one, so that's also easier. So deselect, drag this layer where? Just like an arbitrary distance in this direction until, oh yeah, look at that. It lines up just like that, roughly. So let's make sure it's, yeah. All right, there we go. Boom, easy. And now, yeah, I can just get rid of this entirely and just move these layers individually to the same amount. Oops, deselect. Doop-a-doop, doop-a-doop-a-doop. If I just line them up like this, it should work, I think. Oh, I don't actually have the water. I never actually grabbed the water slide. The slide with the water on it. The frame, the image, the layer with the water on it. Yeah. You actually had the right idea, Jorisk. Like if you'd acted on your plan instead of joking. Oh wait, okay. Yeah. Okay. Alright, sorry. I'll stop playing over your shoulder. I'll just let you guys play the game. Alright, alright, so yeah, so now the next step will basically just be to like delete some stuff. Because I know I don't need all of this stuff. Like this a lot of this is gonna, well, let's see what I have so far. Alright, so this is what we have. So yeah, so a few things like we can get rid of are like all of these clouds, like all of these clouds in the background. These clouds over here are all from the mountain snow background, right? So we can get rid of basically all of that. We can literally get all of the, whoops, don't move stuff. I don't feel like moving stuff. I'm not actually trying to move anything right now. Wow, these are really far off the edge, whereas this one's not very far off the edge. That's funny. I wasn't anticipating that. Wait, why are these layers out of order? Oh no, they're just like, okay, right. So yeah. So now so the Snow River background. Oh, these are out of order. That would explain some of it as well. There's too much of this. All right, so now I can start chopping layers down. So I'll start, I guess, from the river and stuff. Yeah, I'll go in reverse order this time. So we only need, well, I'll chop them down piece by piece. So we only need up to there, up to that edge. So like everything here is unnecessary. Whoops, wrong layer. Deleting from random layers. No, everything up to there is unnecessary. And so all I have to do there is to justify the rest of that. And so then again, everything up to here, I'm pretty sure is unnecessary. Oops. Oh gosh, what? Layers. Layers. When you make a layer invisible, it automatically switches to a different layer. Switches you to a different layer. Oh yeah, so I do need the water slide, the slide that has the river on it. When you make a layer visible, it doesn't change what you have selected. So, all right. And yeah, I'll get rid of that later. Right now, it's not really hurting anything. Oh, is one of the layers? One of the layers is one click too low. Not that that matters, but I'm gonna fix it anyways. I think it's this one. Yeah, or 2 clicks too low. Oh gosh, how sloppy of me. All right. So yeah, like with those layers, which are now slightly more in check, these snow layers are going to be overlapping a lot too. It's like this, where do we kind of like almost don't need any of this, almost, basically. So I might just like get rid of like basically all of this. Maybe? And it won't look like this because it'll have other things on top of it. But Snow River Midground. Is that right? I might be getting rid of too much here. Oops, wrong layer. It's like, yeah, this is alright, I think. Oops. Ah, gosh. Always, 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 always. Yeah, alright, I think this is okay. Uh, yeah. So the river looks weird because there's no water there, where there should be water. Um, oh, maybe that's why. Oh, I should go back and restore the mouth of the river. Because, yeah, I forgot that there was, like, some of the way I'd done the ice I might want to lift up. Actually, no, I guess I technically... Oh, wait. It's literally right here. How convenient. Yeah, some of this I was just thinking I might actually I want to keep this. Although I did like the bank of the river. So maybe I should... I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'll just take this much or something, and then I can redraw the rest. So what layer is this? This is Snow River Near Ground. Yes. Just fit this in wherever's most convenient. I can put it like right here, I guess. And then yeah, I should get the river because river's kind of important. Otherwise, it just looks like an empty. What the heck is going on? All right, so file open. Backgrounds, river, mid near ground. Copy that. Let's make a new layer for it. New layer. So this is snow. Actually, no, this is just because it's technically for both layers. So this is just like river, mid near ground. Oh yeah. So where should I put it though? I need to put it somewhere that it goes under and above the correct layers correctly. So that could be interesting. I mean, oh yeah, I might want to start sorting these layers by depth rather than sorting them by environment at this point, because then I think that's the only way I can actually get this to line up correctly. Because right now I think it's just actually drawing under, like that waterish part there is like not the water actually. It's just the background where the water, like the placeholder water, basically. Yeah, so I'll start sorting as such. So the backgrounds, let's put all the backgrounds at the bottom. Backgrounds. Oh, I'm going to save this as a new file. So this will be logo 2. Because I don't know, just in case I need to revert back to that layered file for whatever reason. Are you level 2? It tells you your level every time you take an action. So every time you gain experience, it'll say like +4 experience, and then in parentheses it'll say level 2 or like level 1 or something. So, hey, I Marion. Oh, one, welcome. Sorry, I zoned out of chat for a little while, and you said you waved a while ago, but sorry, I got distracted. So, welcome. All right, so let's put the midgrounds together now. Midground, doop-a-doop, doop-a-doop-a-doop. Midground, mid-near grounds, near grounds, near ground, mid-near grounds should go above the midgrounds, below the near grounds, and then let's put the near grounds together. Near grounds, near grounds, near grounds. So then near foregrounds and foregrounds. Cool. All right, so things should all be stacked in the correct order now. Except I haven't cut the I haven't cut in the opposite direction yet. So I cut the overlaps from from right to left. Now I have to cut them from left to right, or vice versa, depending on how you think of it. All right, so yeah, so the snow, for example, I can cut it to where? I think let's just try cutting pieces off it and see how far we can go with it. So like, let's try cutting it to the mountain, right? So like, I mean, I think we only have to keep it to like the part where the next transition takes over. So I think like hypothetically we can cut it all the way to like here. Oh, not quite that far apparently. because apparently the cloud layer cut off slightly before then, but roughly to there. Alright, so, whoa, okay. Alright, so settle down there. Alright, so like roughly to here then, I guess. Yeah, this seemed fine. Seemed okay. Didn't really change anything. Alright, so mountain, snow, blah blah. Again, we can probably cut to like here. Whoa, wait, wrong layer. Someday.